my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say I am what I am.
Catholic healthcare campaign that we've currently got going on, the hashtag This Is Me campaign. So rather than try and tell you any more about it, I'm going to let Noah come up and tell you more about it himself.
Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Noah Halpin, and I'm one of the founders of the This Is Me transgender healthcare campaign. It was a campaign that was created out of utter frustration at the healthcare options or lack of made available to trans and non-binary people in Ireland. After 2 heavily attended protests, over 30 meetings in Leinster House with TDs, senators, ministers and HSE officials, we're slowly getting somewhere, but it's slow. Following our protest earlier this month, it was acknowledged by Simon Harris that trans healthcare must be looked at. Though we've been telling him this for a long time. But when we do meet with him, there's just a few things that we're going to tell him. It's not good enough that we're forced to sit on 2 or 3 year long waiting lists. It's not good enough for the entire trans and non-binary community to rely on just 2 or 3 consultants to provide HRT. It's not good enough that we must be diagnosed with a psychiatric condition just to access the healthcare that we need. It's not good enough that 2 specific consultants get to pick and choose what psychiatrists give this diagnosis, as if endocrinologists are qualified to determine just which psychiatrists are competent in the area of psychiatry. It's not good enough that there's only 1 surgeon in Ireland who will provide top surgery to trans masculine people, and that our waiting list is years and years long. It's not good enough that an endocrinologist must give permission for this surgery. Last time I checked, chest reconstruction surgery has nothing to do with endocrinology. It's not good enough that there are no surgeons in this country who can provide gender affirmation surgery, forcing trans and non-binary people abroad for major surgery and no aftercare at home upon their return. Does this sound familiar? It's not good enough that trans women are forced to pay up to thousands out of pocket for treatments such as electrolysis, laser and speech and language therapy. It's not good enough that non-binary people are often refused treatment altogether, as are people with autism and personality disorders. It's not good enough that GPs and other consultants face possible, unofficial, but very real repercussions if they agree to help us. It's not good enough that 2 consultants are being allowed to gatekeep and control trans healthcare with their own archaic model of ideologies. WPAT standards of care are international best practice, a model of care which states that informed consent is essential in treating trans people. Yet we are being tied down to an outdated and dangerous psychiatric model. This is despite the World Health Organization's recent declassifying trans identities as mental health or behavioural disorders. It's not good enough that trans and non-binary people under the age of 18 are passed from pillar to post within the Child and Adolescent Mental Health Service, finding valuable time as the psychiatrists try to find any other reason for their behaviours other than being trans. It is not good enough that our government took 0 notice of the 2017 report by the Irish Commission for Human Rights and Equality when it stated that trans healthcare in Ireland is inadequate provision of services, people are not guaranteed treatment in practice, and that trans healthcare is in direct violation of the European Social Charter. The government responded to everything on this report bar this issue. But you know what really isn't good enough? Is that we're losing valuable lives because of this. Because this can be too much for many people. But we can change it. You can change it. Follow and support the campaign as we fight for safe, adequate, accessible healthcare for the trans and non-binary people in Ireland. Follow the great work being done by Tanya as well, and attend events. Write to your TDs, request meetings. Together we can do this. We are making huge strides. We're on course to have the best gender recognition legislation in the world. And you're making strides right now, right this very minute. Just by being here today. Our community knows oppression. But what we also know is how to fight it. Let's make noise. Let's make them hear us. We won't take it anymore. And today, all of you here, you're fighting back. Thank you very much.
My world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say I am.